There's nothing like bringing some fresh flowers into the home to liven things up a bit, right? Lindsey Morando is the owner of Bloom Flower Truck, and we're so excited to have you on First Coast Living because we are going to make a really cool fall centerpiece. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And it smells so good. Before we get into the arrangement though, why Bloom Truck? I mean, tell us how it all got started and your passion for flowers.
Yeah, so I started Bloom, well, I thought of the idea last year as I was driving to my 9-to-5, and the thought of just going and sitting in an office was just like tearing me down.
Right.
And I wanted a way to be able to connect with the community and kind of, you know, build a community a little bit. And I thought, what better way than fresh flowers, because it, you know, it brings so much joy. Everyone loves it. So that's kind of how it came about.
And so it started this year.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you.
That's exciting. We've got a beautiful array of flowers here. So are these what the kind of flowers that are popular this time of year, or what would you say is popular right now?
So definitely the mums, which we'll play with. Roses always. I love a spray rose, which are these little mini ones here. Also lots of textures. You can introduce, you know, foliage. I've got some wax flower here that we can play with. Branches are always really fun for the fall. So yeah.
It's so, and the colors too.
Yes, definitely the colors.
So I love the idea of putting flowers in a pumpkin, and this is going to be part of a workshop that you're doing, right?
Yeah.
That's coming up on November 20th. But before we get into more details with that, let's make one.
Okay.
How do we do that?
Yeah, so I already have our vessel with water in the pumpkin.
And this is just a craft pumpkin?
It's a craft pumpkin,
okay,
yeah.
Not a real one.
No, carved the top out, put the vessel with clean water in there. And so what I like to do is I like to start with the focus flowers, because that is really what is going to you know, make the arrangement pop. And so
how do you pick a focus? Is it a bigger flower?
The bigger flowers, or just like kind of what draws your attention. Honestly, anything can be a focus flower. It's really what brings you joy. So we're going to start with the biggest ones. I have roses and mums for us today.
Oh, you want to pick these off?
So we'll take the leaves off. You always want to make sure that you don't have any leaves in the water, because that's what breeds bacteria and makes your flowers wilt faster.
Okay.
The next thing we're going to do is measure the flower against your vessel. So see how this one's a little bit tall? You kind of want the flowers to be right at the rim here. So we're just going to trim that down a little bit, always at an angle. Bring it down, and then you just set it in. What do you think?
It's so pretty. I think that
looks
one might
good.
be the same. Ooh.
All right, perfect. So yes, then we can just kind of work around here, just making sure that there's no leaves going on. And you can also just kind of spin the vessel a little bit to see kind of what looks the best.
I have a question about focus flower.
Yeah.
Does it need to be in the middle? Because that would have been my thought, to put it in the middle and work around. But I have no idea what I'm doing.
So you can. A very common practice is to tape your vase or your vessel. And so you can hold things in there. We have a lot of flowers today, so ours is going to stand up really nicely. But if you have kind of a smaller arrangement, then I would definitely suggest taping your vessel, and then that way you can have something, you know, right in the middle there.
And are you talking about kind of like when you tape
grid.
like this, like a grid?
Yep,
yeah, I don't
exactly.
know if you can see my fingers, but like I know exactly what you're talking about, where you put the tape in all the different directions, and then they help hold up a certain way.
Yeah. Some other common devices are like chicken wire. You can put chicken wire at the bottom, and then, you know, your flowers will stay that way. So lots of different options.
These spray roses, you said?
Those are spray roses.
So cute.
So pretty, right?
Yes.
So yeah.
Now, what's the method though overall? I mean, just what you like?
That's how I go about it, is what brings joy, right? What makes us smile. So these are going to be kind of more filler flowers. So we're just going to go around with these and kind of place them in between to kind of beef up our arrangement here a little bit.
Okay. Oh my gosh, the colors too. It's just,
yeah.
I absolutely love this. So let's talk then a little bit about the workshop. Where is this going to be and when?
So it's going to be at Ruby Beach Brewing, which is downtown. And it is from 5 to 7 on November 20th. It includes a beverage, all of your supplies, one of the pumpkins that you see here. You can choose orange or white, and it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, this is definitely right up my alley. Okay, I might have put too many filler flowers for you. I'm not sure.
No, we have plenty here.
I know you said that you like the idea too of some stem, or what did you call this type of?
So that's just greenery. This is wax flower, yeah. So. No,
or branch. You said something about because there's
there's wood branches.
Okay.
Yeah,
but yeah, I want to add a little bit more green here.
Yeah, absolutely. Green
looks like sage.
Yeah, green is a great neutralizer.
And really quickly too, with the workshop, people should register. They need to, right? So how do they go about doing that?
So if they can just go onto my Instagram, which is Bloom Jacks. on Instagram, and they can click the link in my bio, and it takes them directly to the checkout.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And then otherwise, how can people find you?
So yeah, definitely social media is the best way. I do have a website, bloomtruckjacks.com, where I keep my calendar pretty up to date with where I'm going to be popping up at.
Okay.
I also do events and things like that. They can fill out a contact form, or honestly, they can just shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram. I'm pretty reachable. So,
wonderful.
yeah.
Well, I think we nailed it here.
Yeah, it looks great. We're doing great.
This is so pretty.
So now we can add some of this wax flower just for a little bit more green and a little bit more texture. So we'll just snip some of these off here.
And do you like to keep everything kind of the same height, or do you like?
I like to play with different heights. This one we just did, this way just so that you can have a really good, view of the pumpkin. But honestly, there's like no wrong answers when it comes to flowers. And, you can always just do exactly what makes you happy. And if you want it higher or lower or different levels, it's really just up to you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. This was so fun.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And we'll continue to finish here. But in the meantime, if you'd like to see this segment again, just head to our website, firstcoastliving.net.